Alright, hey everybody, today we're talking about this new knife I just got for Christmas from Steve. This is the Becker BK9. It's actually quite an impressive knife. Pretty happy about it. This knife is made out of 1095 steel, same as your SCs or what have you. It is a 20-degree flat grind, 9-inch blade. Obviously, that's where you get the BK9 from. As you can see, I mean, I have pretty large hands. This is a pretty large knife. It comes with this sheath, nylon sheath, with a plastic insert in there, locking snap closure. And this has a pouch on it. This flashlight doesn't come with it, but this is just representative of, you know, what you can have in here. You could put matches, you could put trash bags, sharpening stone. We've even thought about maybe putting a Mora knife in there or something. You know how much we like our Mora knives. It's a full tang with grivery handles. It offers pretty solid hold on there. You're going to see through some of these videos that we're going to post in the bottom of the screen. I was using it today to chop through some logs, and this thing will just eat through a log. There's not a lot of weight to this knife, but there's enough there that it'll take a pretty solid chunk out of it. Bonding, but it works decently well for that. No complaints there. That flat grind really blasts through.
Well, it's a flat saber grind.
Yep.
And what was the weight on that again?
Let's look that up. It is 16 ounces with the knife and the sheath. So you're gonna figure about 14 ounces for the knife. 13 ounces.
And that's kind of impressive because our last video about the SC5 went 2 ounces more.
Yeah. So basically you're getting a longer knife. I'm going to throw the SC up just for comparison. For the weight of this knife, actually just slightly less, you're getting 4 extra inches of cutting surface spread out. So the one thing that I don't like about this knife is this coating that comes on it. Flakes off pretty easily.
Well, it's almost like a truck bed coating.
Yeah.
Linex.
Yep. And so probably what I'm going to do in the future is I'm going to strip all this off and blue it. That's one thing. The other thing is they try and market this knife as a combat/survival knife. This is a very decent survival knife, I would say. You're going to get, you know, you can get close in to do your shaving, making fuzz sticks, things like that. You can reach out so you can clear large branches, or you can even chop through logs. But as far as a fighting knife goes, I mean, there's a lot of internet commandos out there that'll tell me that this is a fighting knife all the way. Basically, my opinion on that is you fight with whatever knife you have. Mora can make a pretty decent fighting knife, so trying to market this as a tactical knife is, I think, silly.
Well, unless you're John Rambo.
Unless you're John Rambo. I mean, this would be a perfect Rambo knife. You got, you know, it's just like some of those gilt-headed knives or whatever that they designed for the movie. But overall, I'm going to say that this is an excellent knife. And for the price point and for what you're getting, this would be an excellent decision if you're just getting into the bushcraft survival knife market. Steve will tell you what he thinks about it.
Well, and the price point on this knife is about 80 bucks on Amazon. And I would easily pay probably up to 40 bucks more if they offered it in a Kydex sheath. I think the sheath is just a little bit lacking compared to the knife. It is MOLLE compatible, as you can see. It feels like a pretty thick nylon, but you're still dealing with sharpened steel against fabric. So eventually this retention strap on the blade side might start to fray. But I know online you can get a lot of aftermarket Kydex sheaths. This is a really common knife to customize. Another criticism about all the Becker knives is the handles, and I think it is more personal preference. This material, what was it called?
I believe they market it as Grivery. I would call it plastic.
Yeah. Well, it almost feels like a Glock or the polymers that they use on pistols.
One accessory that's pretty common, I see a lot of people selling G10 handle scales, which, you know.
Well, the thing is, those handle scales are like $50 or something.
Yeah. So you're basically
close to the price of the knife.
Yeah. You're basically doubling the price of your knife just on handles alone. So.
Well, and then also both of us, we probably wear extra large or 2X gloves, and gripping it, you know, so we have pretty large hands, but any larger, and it might be, you know, we don't have a lot of leeway right here. This knife, you don't really need to choke up, but if needed, you can. But the handle, I don't know, I think it feels pretty secure. And then if you can see, it's kind of contoured. As you can see there. The handle scales, you can remove them. It doesn't have a glass breaker like some other like tactical knives. Yeah, besides that, to me it's almost like a short machete. Like a packable machete if you don't want to pack a big old machete. It can almost function as use the same as like a tomahawk or a small hatchet, but then you can also use it also as a knife. Yeah, I kind of like it. It's a good alternative to a hatchet.
This is something that the Great Lakes Preppers would put their seal of approval on. This is probably one of our favorite knives out there. You might hear us say that a lot. There's several knives that we really like. The Mora is one of them. The Mora gets really high marks from us. This is another knife. The SE6 gets pretty high marks, but overall, we really like this knife. And
on a scale from 1 to 10, what would you say?
8.
And then the sheath?
2.
Yeah. Probably same here. I would give this a 7 or 8, and the sheath maybe a 2 or a 3.
So, but as always, your preferences vary. If you disagree or want to agree with us in the comments, feel free, drop us a line, let us know how we're doing. Thanks for watching.